Former Wawatsa teacher charged sexual assault of student. Hopefully, I'm saying this right. Wawatsa, Wisconsin, a former middle school teacher is accused of sexually assaulting her eighth grade student, and the accusations against her don't end there. Prosecutors say 34-year-old Taisha Baldwin, here or here, bought the victim a gun as a birthday gift. The alleged inappropriate relationship began when the victim was a 13-year-old student in her classroom. Court filings indicate Bolden and the victim first met last October at Pilgrim Lutheran School. Sounds religious. In Wawatsa, when she became his eighth grade teacher. Investigators said between late May and late July of this year, the two exchanged more than 2,200 messages. In one message, Bolden wrote, "I want to see you as often as possible, and the rest would just happen." All right, mind you, he's in eighth grade. Okay. The picture of Bolden below, which is what I'm going to show, was included in a criminal complaint file against her. Prosecutors say she sent it to the victim in May, and the victim told police she sent others, including nude pictures, in early 2023. In June, right before school was out, the victim said Bolden picked him up and then had sex in the Brown Deer Park. When he turned 14, the victim said Bolden bought him a gun. Prosecutors were able to trace and confirm as much. The boy told investigators the relationship with the teacher ended in late July when Bolden refused to buy him another gun. So, you don't give me another gun? Okay, you ain't getting this statutory rape, you know? Bolden is charged with second-degree sexual assault of a child and providing a dangerous weapon to a person under 18. She faces more than 40 years in prison if convicted of both felonies. Court records indicate Bolden made her initial court appearance. Her cash bond was set to $2,500. Wow, y'all. Wow. Y'all, I mean, this is, what can you say? You know what I mean? I mean, I've even had in my own personal school, you had some teachers who were a little too friendly and some security guards that were a little too friendly as well. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I actually had one security guard where, well, let me just say, so I got out of my band class or whatnot. Okay, I'm a flutist for people who didn't know. I play some other stuff on occasion, but I got out of my band class and we get out a couple minutes early than all the other classes so we could clean our instruments and put them up and all that kind of stuff, right? So I'll wait at the outside of the door, which is, by the entrance and all that. So I'm just chilling. And then there'll be a security guard there, people talking or whatever. I wasn't into all that. So I was just by myself, whatever, in the front. And then the security guard, he kind of, I don't know. I remember he said something to me one day and I was just kind of like, I was thinking like, shouldn't you not be saying that to me? I don't remember what it was that he said, but whatever it was, I was just kind of like, I feel like you probably shouldn't be insinuating or whatever. It wasn't just like, oh, hey, how's your day? It was like, hey, I see you here, you don't usually talk to everybody else. And he said something else that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I can't remember what it was. Later found out, okay, he has some charges brought against him for doing some things with chicas. Okay, so I was like, oh, well, that's what you were looking for, wasn't it? Okay, I had this other dude. Now, this was in 6th grade. He was a gym teacher. And his wasn't that crazy, but he was messing with someone who was 17. Okay, well, he was talking to somebody who was 17, but they didn't get sexual until she turned 18 years old, okay? So, I mean, but still, you know what I mean? And he ended up catching the charge because of that, so I don't know, yo. I was like, You know what I mean? And another thing was a lot of the girls at the school had a crush on him because he was a dark skinned, tall, good looking dude. You know, he was playing basketball, and I remember he used to teach me how to like throw the ball and all this other stuff and everything. But no, I mean, you got some teachers who they don't know what a boundary is, okay? And meaning like, okay, I'm an adult, I am of age. I should not be talking to, what age are you at in eighth grade? About 13. I shouldn't be talking to a 13-year-old, 14-year-old. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be having a sexual relationship with anyone under the age of 18. That's why I say once you hit 18, I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? I know people be like, oh, well, she's 18 and he's 45 and oh my God, and she's of age. I don't care what y'all do after that. But when you start grooming somebody at 16 or 15, and you know, it's like, oh, that's where it gets like, I don't care if the person just turned 18, you met them on their birthday, and you like, oh, I don't care. You know what I mean? So that's why in that case I was like, it's a little weird because he was talking to her kind of. It seemed like more than kind of. I'm thinking it was some sexual stuff going on that makes it inappropriate. But if it was just like hi and bye, then once you turn 18, okay. Now, some people may disagree with that. But for me, I'm just like, hey, if 18 is the limit, 18 is the limit. Let's keep it moving. That's just is what it is. I don't care how old you date at that point. You know what I mean? It is what it is at that point. But in regards to the other stuff, I'm like, y'all, you can't find anybody. You really can't find anyone else of age to screw, and you're buying him a gun? Really? And then he got so much control over you. He says you ain't getting this baby D until you give me another gun. And you say no, and then he's like, all right. And I'm sure that's when, because I'm curious how, because they didn't say like how she got exposed. Because it seemed like he popping off. So that's what I'm thinking happened. He was like, give me another gun. She was like, I'm not giving you another gun. I bet. And then he goes and calls the cops. That's what I'm thinking really happened. Okay. They didn't say it, but I have a feeling that that is probably what happened. But that's something that I'm just like, can y'all just stop with this mess, yo? You're a teacher. Can we just stop? You know, just come on. Just find somebody of age. I don't get why this is a difficult thing to do. Just find someone of age and keep it pushing. Hey, I greatly appreciate if you could support me. Simply go to ebay.com. In the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there, many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, such as candles, bath bomb soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie robes, so much stuff. I even have men's ties and comic books on there. Definitely support me, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.